broadcast on this show is meant for informational and entertainment purposes only.
Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's Good Morning
Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारे तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार,
नमस्कार, वणक्कम,
खुशामदीद,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम,
सत श्री अकाल।
सत श्री अकाल के बाद में बोलेंगे हम लोग याली मदद वाली मदद बजर। हम आगे हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा की तरह। मैं फालतू बाबा
And of course, myself, Faltu Rani, lekar aapke liye ek aur drive time that's going to make it totally exciting and totally mastani. Meekandariki vandaramu, vanakkam to all our darling bandhus who are joining us from different parts of the world. And of course, it's another glorious, wonderful Wednesday right here in the Bay Area, Banjan. We're broadcasting from the Silicon Valley, the heart of the Silicon Valley right here in San Jose, California.
Very good, Banjan. Of course, अभी के लिए आप a quick look at what's happening in the road. सस्ते का हाल आपको देते हैं हम लोग टोटल सस्ते में।
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Well, Banjan, the news of the virus actually spreading is still strong right now. Probably that's the reason many people actually choose to work from home nowadays. Yes, we actually have very few little traffic on the roads right now. If you can get to some place, you probably get there or earlier if possible. But again, watch out for these drivers who probably might be not in the mood to go for work. I suppose, Banjan, it's Wednesday already. The most productive day of the week is what people used to claim it to be. Not anymore though. There's actually a report of a hazard on 680 southbound north of Pleasanton in Sunol Road area, Banjan, so Sunol area. So watch out for that. The left lane is blocked because of that. Apart from them, I don't see, apart from some construction work happening here and there, the roads are looking pretty smooth. No traffic at all. Absolutely no traffic. If you're wondering what's that noise over there, what's that thing coming over there, well, Banjan, I had not turned my focus on. I'm going to keep my focus on right now, Banjan, so we'll not have all those beeps coming. People are trying to connect with me right now, saying, what's happening to traffic? What's happening to traffic and everything?
Yeah.
But right now, quick look at what's happening with the news. Faltwani is ready with the news fast, but just let's quickly jump into the news headlines for you guys. Then we'll come back for Gane Kira and come back for some more news afterwards, Banjan. But abhi ke liye, this is the headlines as of today.
Well, Banjan, as we were driving up, we were listening to some really sobering news. In fact, that there has been a surge of over 984% in terms of COVID cases across the United States. Just from over a week ago, we've had a report of over 489,000 infections being reported in a single day. And that is the increase in the number of cases. So in Chicago, officials have canceled classes in the nation's third largest school district on Wednesday amid a dispute with the teachers union, the latest disruption to U.S. education and life as the Omicron variant spurs a record-setting COVID-19 surge. The move came after the teachers union voted late on Tuesday to return to remote learning and pushed for more rigorous safety protocols, citing concerns about the rapid spread of the highly infectious Omicron variant that has upended travel, Broadway shows, and back-to-office plans again in the recent weeks. Well, NBC Bay Area actually did a whole big article and a news report on what exactly to know and do with the COVID-19 surge that's happening right now. What you need to know as the COVID-19 cases rise. Now, we will post this link on mediamahima.com. The only good thing that's happening right now is that in the number of deaths have not increased as much, and number of hospitalizations haven't increased as much, although they are steadily on the rise because of the fact that people are vaccinated right now. A couple of factors that are at play, starting with the emergence of the highly contagious Omicron variant, is that Omicron is more likely to infect people even if it does not make them very sick, and its surge coincided with the holiday travel season in many places. It appears to replicate much more efficiently than the previous variants, and if infected people have high virus loads, they are greater likelihood to pass it on to others, especially the unvaccinated. Vaccinated people who get the virus are more likely to have mild symptoms, if any, since the shots trigger multiple defenses in your immune system, making it much more difficult for Omicron to slip past them all. Now, in the entire world, confirmed coronavirus cases are 292,500,180, out of which 5.5 million deaths have been reported. In the United States, we have almost, Manajan, a quarter of it, that's 56,403,608 cases and 830,891 deaths. We're nearly hitting 1 million deaths to the coronavirus. Now, how much do boosters protect against this infection? While Moderna's and Pfizer's lab trial numbers are very promising, it's unclear as to how these results translate to fighting Omicron in the real world. But recent studies based on emerging real-world data show that Pfizer's boosters provide roughly 75% protection against symptomatic Omicron infection. So if you have some symptoms from it, Pfizer is supposedly helping. Which booster should you get? When will the protection kick in, and how long will it last? Well, go with an mRNA vaccine. Moderna's booster is a higher dosage than Pfizer's, but the results seem to be quite similar, is what doctors are saying. With mRNA vaccines, you'll reach peak protection roughly 2 to 3 weeks post the booster shot. The antibodies you gain from the booster will eventually wane over time, and scientists are still working to learn how long your peak protection will last. And what Omicron symptoms should prompt you to get tested? Well, there's a wide range of symptoms. There's not one particular thing, and it may differ slightly. It can start with a harsh cold, runny nose, sneezing, sore throat, body aches. Especially given the Omicron's rampant transmissibility, it's better to be safe than sorry. So even if you think you have a cold, just get a COVID test done, is what the doctors are saying. And where can I get tested for COVID-19? Well, there is a county by county breakdown of sites. We will post this on MediaMahima.com. What are the latest CDC recommendations for isolations and quarantines? Well, it's very simple, Banajan. Isolation are for people who are infected. These are the same for people who are unvaccinated, partly vaccinated, fully vaccinated, or boosted. They say the clock starts that the day you test positive. An infected person should go into isolation for at least 5 days instead of the previously recommended 10. At the end of 5 days, if you have no symptoms, you can return to normal activities, but must wear a mask everywhere, even at home, around other people for at least another 5 days. If you still have symptoms after isolating for 5 days, stay home till you feel better and then start your 5 days of mask wearing at all times. Quarantine people who are in close contact with the infected person but have not been infected themselves. For them, it started as soon as someone is alerted. And previously, CDC said that those who were not fully vaccinated and came into close contact should stay home for at least 10 days. Now, they are saying that people who got the booster shots can skip quarantine if they choose to wear a mask in all settings, is what they're saying right now. And what should I know about kids and the coronavirus? Well, a pediatric COVID-19 expert, Dr. Yvonne Maldonado, and a physician at Stanford, actually has done a whole video with regard to this. So you can actually go check it out. And they're saying get kids vaccinated if you can. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and are subject to the most intensive safety monitoring in U.S. history, according to Dr. Lee Savio Beers, president of the American Academy of Pediatrics. And of course, if you want to get more information on hospitalization rates and other things, you can go look up this article that we will post on MediaMahima.com, post this particular show around 11 a.m. today. Also, let's talk about something else that is a sobering truth that we are faced with. Banujan, tomorrow is January 6th. It marks the 1-year anniversary of the attack on American democracy. President Joe Biden will mark the 1-year anniversary of the deadly Jan 6 assault on the US Capitol by Donald Trump's followers with a speech on Thursday warning of the threats to democracy, while Trump abandoned plans for a news conference that day as he reprised his attacks on the Democrats and the media. The White House said Biden would push back against Trump's false claims, adopted by many of his followers, that his election defeat was the result of widespread fraud, as well as attempts to downplay the violence of the worst assault on the Capitol since the War of 1812. The president is going to speak the truth of what happened, not the lies that have some people have spread since, and the peril it has posed to the rule of law and our system of democratic governance, White House spokesperson Jen Psaki told reporters on Tuesday in the first preview of Biden's remarks. A pandemic-wary U.S. Supreme Court, which has restricted its own operations during the COVID-19 pandemic, is preparing to decide whether to block President Joe Biden's vaccine mandates for large businesses and healthcare workers in a test of presidential powers to address an unyielding public health crisis. The court will hear in-person arguments on Friday on emergency requests in 2 separate cases by challengers, including business groups, religious entities, and various Republican-led U.S. states, for orders blocking the vaccine requirements, with rulings expected in short order. The challengers maintain that Biden and his administration have overstepped their authority. The court's 6-3 conservative majority in the past has shown skepticism towards sweeping action by federal justices. So we will know what the decisions are shortly. In local news, Banujan, San Jose is considering a proposed booster mandate for all city employees. San Jose city leaders on Wednesday were set to begin discussions about a proposed booster mandate for city employees and for events at city-owned venues such as the SAP Center and the San Jose Convention Center. The city's Rules Committee will meet to discuss the proposal, first introduced by Mayor Sam Liccardo just before Christmas. If the City Council eventually passes this proposal as expected, San Jose will become the first city in the state and possibly the country to mandate the booster shot. And also, especially with the weather, the recent storms that have been pounding the Bay Area, Banuja, they've actually unearthed more potholes across the Bay Area, damaging cars and leaving drivers with costly repair bills. Gary Mitchell, owner of Ross Tire and Automotive Repair in San Jose, said he's seen a big spike in customers coming in with tire and alignment damage, supposedly. 50% increase in tire damage and body damage, especially from potholes in San Jose. So people are saying that for one person who hit a pothole on Highway 17, the damage went up to $4,000 in repairs.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what we have from national and local news, Panijat. We'll come back to you with world news shortly, but before that, I think our Altu Baba has lined up for you a nice, beautiful Ganika Kira.
I do have a Ganika Kira. Just welcoming everybody on Facebook joining us. Deepak ji, good morning to you. Vishal ji, good morning to you as well. Anand ji, good morning to you as well. Yes, Anand ji reported that she probably has some symptoms you're talking about and advised that if you have those symptoms, just get the test done. If you're not able to get the test done, do let us know. We'll try to see how we can make it happen for you guys. And Vishal specifically wanted to know about the potholes. He said, tell me about the potholes. So probably he's one of the people who has suffered it, I guess, in the previous year, faggot of the year.
Yeah.
Yes, potholes do affect the alignment. So if you have actually been through a rugged place, it's better to get an alignment check done already. That's something very important. You should make sure you can go to your mechanic or the tire shop just to make sure you can get your, while you're getting a servicing done, ask them to balance your wheels. Very important. And right now, Bajan, let me tell you, Garia Kira for you guys is for a very nice song which talks about all these tensions going on in the world, but ask you not to worry about it. So what? Chalega. Take a deep breath, eat healthy, be healthy, have healthy choices, make healthy decisions, have healthy thoughts. More than anything else, Bajan. And don't forget to tune into our shows every day. Right here, Good Morning Bay and the Pam Pam Show.
Oh, चिंता करके क्या पाएगा मरने से पहले मर जाएगा.
And of course, Banjan, lyrics of Amitabh Bhattacharya with the music of Pritham and voice of, I think,
चिंता करके क्या पाएगा.
Amit Mishra.
मरने से पहले मर जाएगा.
सुनिए गाना काम आएगा.
बस खाने पीले जीले क्योंकि जिंदगी है शॉर्ट.
Well, Amit Mishra is one of the singers. We have Nakashi's Dev Negi. We also have Sri Ram Chandra and the female voices Antara Mitra Bandhujan. And Chichore film ka gana hai, one of the last releases of the late Sushant Singh Rajput, right? No, did I get it right? Wow, good.
कल की खुशियों का महंगा म्यूचुअल फंड की किस्तें क्यों भर रहा है आज को दंड देके.
ओ, कल की खुशियों का महंगा म्यूचुअल फंड लेके किस्ते क्यों भर रहा है आज को दंड देके. रैबिट बन के कर न सके जो कछुआ बन के कर जाएगा.
हाँ, रैबिट बन के कर न सके जो कछुआ बन के कर जाएगा.
सुनिए गाना काम आएगा. बस खाने का पीने का जीने का बोले तो जिंदगी है शॉर्ट.
Fikar and not. I think what I like about the song is,
What do you like?
it's like the old you telling you something when young you.
Yeah, that's true actually. It's
What
like
will you tell your
hindsight, yeah.
What will you tell your 10-year-old you?
What would I tell my 10-year-old you?
Ah,
Don't worry about 10th standard exams.
10-year-old you.
Yeah.
You're 10 years worried about
I
the
was
thing.
5 years old when I said I don't want to do my 10th standard exams.
Hold on. You were 10-year-old when you actually did test exams.
No. Don't worry about it.
You were worried.
Live in the, yeah, I used to worry at that time.
You used to worry about.
Yeah,
study
about
set-
it. Yeah, I used to. You don't know me, Altu.
No, I know you, Father.
No, you don't.
And she's truthful about it. Just she used to worry about.
Yeah.
No wonder you had troubled childhood.
I used to worry 20 years into the future.
20 years in the future. Oh my
Yeah.
God. So you're worried about even 20 years in the future. Oh my God.
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
You know what I would tell my 10-year-old?
What?
Nothing.
Yo,
Hey,
nothing. You're
doing
still-
good.
You're still 10. You're still
You know what I'll
20.
tell him? Don't change a thing. Just enjoy life. You're doing good.
Whatever, man. That's you know what? That's what he is.
I
even
have
now
no
with
wisdom to share because I think at 10-year-old already I attained my highest level of wisdom anyways.
Oh, Lord.
Very Father, just coming back to the point, people want to know what's happening around the world.
Whatever.
Are you
Altu.
ready with that or no?
No, not yet.
Not ready with that. So you want me to
Yes,
play
yes,
some-
yes. I am ready with it. Anyway.
Wondering, my goodness. Alright, Bajan, here you go. This is the news from around the world for you guys. International news, jo bolte hain hum log. And yes, it also includes news from India as well. So Fatwani is ready and I am ready. So here you go.
Protesters stormed public buildings in Kazakhstan's biggest city as security forces struggled to impose control after the government resigned in response to a popular anger over a fuel price increase. North Korea fired a suspected ballistic missile off its east coast just hours before South Korean President Moon Jae-in attended a groundbreaking ceremony for a rail line that he hoped would eventually connect the divided Korean peninsula. The European Union's top diplomat visited the front line of Ukraine's war with Russian-backed forces in what Kyiv welcomed as a show of solidarity against the threat of a major new military confrontation with Moscow. Taiwan's Air Force jets screamed into the sky in a drill simulating a war scenario, showing their combat readiness amid heightened military tensions with China, which claims the island as its own. And French prosecutors are saying that they have opened a terrorism investigation into an explosion that went off under a French vehicle involved in the Dakar rally in Saudi Arabia. The blast seriously injured one of the rally competitors. Also, news from France is that there is some controversial COVID guidance that France has issued where they are allowing infected healthcare workers to still treat patients due to a lack of staff.
Wow.
Lack of qualified staff. They're allowing infected healthcare workers with PPE to still continue treating patients. This is the same issue we're facing here in the United States, Panjan, and that is part of the reason why they're insisting that everybody get vaxxed and boosted as fast as possible.
Well, but the US is a little bit different. US, there is a shortage of nursing, but they don't actually they have a mandate that every healthcare worker has to be vaccinated.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about US, America. Yesterday I talked about the fact that, there are some positives to our world being over here in America. And the negatives also, but let's celebrate the positives.
Well, the thing is that that's being challenged right now in the Supreme Court, and let's find out, let's wait and see what the decisions the Supreme Court's going to make, especially with regard to the vaccine mandates. Also, let's tell you in news from India, Banajan, Omicron variant, let's give you some updates on that. India saw a single day rise of 58,097 new coronavirus infections, the highest in around 199 days, taking the country's total tally of cases to 350 lakhs 18,358 cases, while the active cases were recorded about 2 lakhs after around 81 days, according to data updated as of 8 a.m. this morning. A total of 2,135 cases of the Omicron variant of coronavirus have been detected across 24 states and union territories so far, out of which 828 have recovered and or migrated, according to the Union Health Ministry data updated on Wednesday. The ICMR says that major safety concerns are about the antiviral pill called molnupiravir. In fact, the center is issuing new COVID isolation norms and are warning people against self-medication. Several states saw a major surge in COVID numbers on Wednesday as the center said that the Omicron is now the dominant variant for fresh cases. It is also said that the majority of Omicron infections are being seen in the bigger cities. Maharashtra registered the highest jump in cases in 7 months. In a new set of guidelines issued by the center, they cut the isolation period of COVID patients from 10 days to 7 days and suggested new norms for isolation. The key developments are that Tamil Nadu has announced night curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. besides lockdown on the weekends. Night curfew will be clamped in all of Uttarakhand from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Himachal Pradesh also announced a similar night curfew, so has Odisha. And in Odisha, they have announced a night curfew in towns and extended it by an hour and stopped physical classes up to standard 12. The new restrictions will be effective as of today. Their center is also cautioning people against using steroids and against using self-medication. They advise people not to rush for self-medication, blood investigation, or radiological imaging like chest x-ray or CT scan without consulting with a medical doctor. Underlining that steroids are not recommended in mild disease and should not be self-administered, the ministry said overuse and inappropriate use of steroids may lead to additional complications in the case of COVID. Treatment for every patient needs to be monitored individually as per the specific condition of the patient concerned, and hence generic sharing of prescriptions should be avoided, and revised guidelines have been stated. And the Indian Council for Medical Research Chief Dr. Balram Bhargava said on Wednesday that there are major safety concerns regarding this antiviral COVID pill called molnupiravir, because of which it has not yet been included in treatment guidelines on the COVID-19 National Task Force. He highlighted safety concerns such as mutagenicity, which is the ability to damage your DNA, as well as muscle and bone damage for people who take this particular pill. He added that women who administer this drug should use contraceptive methods for at least 3 months, since a fetus could also develop health problems. More on this will be shared on mediamahima.com. The good news, on the other hand, in India is that over 1 crore teenagers have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in India, says the central government. And also, the poll preparedness review has been done, and with the election commission having completed this particular review for all the 5 poll bound states and the updated rolls for Uttar Pradesh, the way is paved now for the election commission to announce the dates for assembly polls in UP, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Goa and Manipur. Discussions on the deployment of central paramilitary forces have also been reportedly finalized between the election commission and Maharashtra officials. So that's pretty much what we have in news from across the world and also from India. Is there anything you had for us, Altu Baba?
Oh, I do have only good news for you guys, Prajan.
What is the good news, Altu
I'm
Baba?
gonna go into a Gariga Kira for you guys.
Uh-huh.
And we seem to be wrapping up pretty early right now, Faltani. I'm surprised we don't give a share any kind of tidbits for the day, Faltani. What happened to all the positive? What happened to all the positive, funny news you share with us?
I do have some stuff, Altu Baba. Walmart, right? Your
Yes.
favorite place to shop.
You make it seem like as though it's a derogatory thing you said.
No, you like to shop there, don't
I
you?
like to shop there, yeah. So what? Yeah, they keep the economy of China going.
Yeah, is now doubling down on delivering groceries straight into your fridge, apparently.
Of course, yes.
Do you know what that means?
That means they're going to have access to your doors.
It's called full service shopping.
Ah.
Okay, so what the Walmart is doing is that they're expanding their push to deliver groceries straight into your kitchen fridges even when you're not home. Yeah, they said on Wednesday that they plan to make in-home, quote, it's called in-home, that service. It's a $148 annual delivery option available to 30 million households by the end of the year, up from 6 million today. Walmart will also hire 3,000 workers to deliver orders for in-home,
Nice.
offering them an extra $1.50 an hour from most store jobs,
So sweet.
which begin at $12 an hour.
Hey, that's much better than what some other places are paying.
Oh God. In-home is a small piece of Walmart's strategy to draw more shoppers online, but its expansion is a sign that Walmart believes that the program will succeed and will stand out against Amazon and other retailers in delivery wars. Amazon in April announced a free similar option called in-garage delivery, apparently, in which delivery drivers can leave groceries in customers' garages, but they don't stock the fridge. But what Walmart is saying is that they will stock your fridge for you.
Do you know why they're good at it?
Why?
Because they actually have, they're the people who actually pioneered the supply chain thing, right? Walmart, so they know they can actually have a status. You automatically they'll sell you the smart refrigerators. You put it inside. So what will happen is the back end of the refrigerator will be having option to the outside part of it.
Yeah.
So the suppliers come in. They have the refrigerator opens up backwards.
Yeah.
Right, and inside the house you can access those things.
Yeah.
Wow, what a wonderful thing! I told you that please, I'm sorry. I need to get into my Walmart. I'm not going to be the one asking delivery of my groceries because I need my retail therapy.
I don't know. I can't let a stranger into my home. So
Forget that, Father.
that's
Do you
the
know why
only
we go to
reason-
Walmart?
Why?
Retail therapy. Why do you go to Costco? Retail therapy. People don't
For
understand
that you go to Nordstrom's, you go to places
No.
like Macy's.
Yeah,
you go
when
to
I go
places
there,
like-
I know how much I can't afford those things.
Oh, that's
The
true.
thing is, you must go retail therapy where you can say, I can buy it.
You
I
shouldn't
possibly
buy
can.
retail.
The idea is you go there and say, okay, fine, I want to buy it, I choose not to buy it.
Yeah.
I can buy it, I choose not to buy it. In the case of Nordstrom, where I go, if I go shopping there, I go like, oh my god, the sticker price, I cannot even afford to buy it.
Oh God.
That means puts me in a lower level, right?
Yeah.
That's what's the thing. Well, that's why you should go to Costco or Walmart and say, okay, you know what, I have the capacity to buy all these things.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to buy it because I just decided not to. Anyway, but let's go and say good morning.
I gotta say one more thing.
Fine, first you say good morning to Meenakshi. Meenakshi just said good afternoon to us.
Hi, good afternoon, Meenakshi ji.
Because
Nice
she's
to
all
see
the way
you.
in Boston and for them it's afternoon already.
Well, are you getting pounded with the storm there as well? How is it going for you guys? Please let us know.
Yeah.
We have Bandhus joining us from all over the world. We heard things are really crazy, especially that whole backup that happened for people who are stuck on the freeway.
Yeah.
On the 95. Oh my God.
Yep.
Anyway, but if you are in the mood to, spend I would say about $15 a month and sign up for the subscription and are comfortable with a stranger entering your kitchen, Walmart's offering this wonderful
Wait,
in-home
A
service.
stranger can eventually become friends with you, right?
Yeah, you never know.
They'll probably
It's
stay
almost like a
with you,
personal
they'll-
shopper.
They probably stay with you for dinner,
Yeah.
a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
help themselves on whatever's at the groceries, refrigerator, and
Yeah.
stock it anyways afterwards for you guys.
Yeah, and you know what, Alta Baba? Remember, I am telling you that KFC listens to us.
Of course they do.
Because Kentucky Fried Chicken is going to sell a new menu item now that contains no chicken
Wow!
but tastes like it does. The new plant-based fried chicken nugget alternative called Beyond Fried Chicken will be added to menus nationwide beginning Monday, Jan 10th for a limited time. It marks the first instance of a large national chain selling plant-based chicken products rather than the hamburger or sausage alternative.
Hamburger. You gotta say it the right way. Hamburger.
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 Or sausage alternatives
Say it the right way. Hamburger.
that have become increasingly common, the chain said. It's time, said KFC US President Kevin Hochman in an interview with CNN Business. He added that the chain's customers want to eat less animal protein but don't want to give up comfort food. So it's Beyond Fried Chicken.
Less
that you
animal
can look
protein
forward
and more chemicals.
to. It's not. It's plant-based protein.
The coating they put is chemical, right?
You think?
Yeah?
I don't know. Either ways. And of course, there are new dog breeds that have been recognized by the American Kennel Club, Altu Baba.
Nice. What's it called?
The Moody
Oh,
and the Russian Toy.
They look so sweet.
And they
Moody's so cute.
and they've officially been recognized by the American Kennel Club.
Oh, Moody?
Moody and the Russian Toy,
So
apparently.
sweet. Just like their, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so now, Banajan, it's time for us to go to Ganakira and say have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you live at 5 with the Pam Pam Show Banajan this evening. And tab tak ke liye, fikr not, Banajan. Fikr not at all.
ओ चिंता करके क्या पाएगा मरने से पहले मर जाएगा ओ चिंता करके क्या पाएगा मरने से पहले मर जाएगा
सुनिए गाना काम आएगा
बस खाने पीले जीले क्योंकि जिंदगी है शॉर्ट अरे रे पगले फिकर नॉट 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 जो भी होगा होने दे होने दे होने दे अरे पगले फिकर नॉट
कल की खुशियों का महंगा म्यूचुअल फंड की किस्तें क्यों भर रहा है आज को दंड देके
Hi guys, this is Shraddha and you're listening to Radio D Hottie where the entertainment gets hotter.